Now, the Independent Electoral Commission is holding by-elections across several wards today, including Ward 101 in eThekwini. This is where the councillor candidate for the ANC was shot dead last year, 2 weeks before the November municipal polls. The murder was part of a number of political killings, in fact, that have plagued KwaZulu-Natal. Our reporter Karinda Jagmohan joins us now for more on the story. Karinda, perhaps as a start, remind us of what happened in that ward last year.
Absolutely, Michelle. This Ward 101 in eThekwini, just on the outskirts of the Durban CBD, has been part of those that have been plagued by political killings. Last year, just 2 weeks before the November 1st local government elections, we saw the ANC's councillor candidate for this particular ward, Siyabonga Mkhize, was gunned down. He was gunned down while on the campaign trail. It was about 6:20 in the evening. He was conducting door-to-door campaigns around just nearby this area here in Westridge. He was in Caterridge when unknown gunmen attacked him and one of his colleagues. Both died at the scene and 2 others survived the attack. Now, while my colleague Pilani Zuma just shows you what's happening at this voting station, you can see some of the preparations are underway. The by-elections are being held because Siyabonga Mkhize's name was still on the ballot list. As a result, the November 1st elections went ahead with the promise of by-elections afterwards. Now, despite or even following the councillor's death, the councillor candidate's death, Siyabonga Mkhize, the ANC still retained their ward. They won this ward with 48% of the votes. The DA had 15% and the EFF as well, just about 15%. So today, of course, you'll see a number of political parties campaigning to try and equalize some of the votes they're getting. Now, the voting here has not started as yet. You can see the IEC officials are still preparing. There's some issues with the actual event or the venue for this particular school. This is one of 5 voting stations for this particular ward. And what is interesting here going forward is that we haven't also seen many political parties set up their stations, their desks as yet. We've just been to another one where only one political party had set up. So the campaigning around this has not been seen as much as what we saw, of course, in the main elections in November. Still, what has happened here, the alleged political killing, is part of a number of such incidents that we have seen over the past few months. Even from the 2016 municipal elections, we saw then following or in the run-up to those specific elections, a number of politicians or those involved in the elections and campaigning were gunned down. Following that, the Morane Commission of Inquiry began investigating these political killings. And what's happening now is that on the ground we're seeing councillors, those who are part of this particular elections and really the political setting here in KwaZulu-Natal are calling for the recommendations of the Morane Commission of Inquiry to be put in place to prevent what is happening now, the violence on the ground with regards to any political campaigns that are happening. So we have also seen that some ANC and DA representatives will be doing campaigns today around the various voting districts, and they have been speaking about this as well. This is just one ward where by-elections are happening because of a councillor candidate or the councillor himself or herself having been attacked following or in the run-up to the local government elections.
Karinda Jagmohan, thanks very much indeed for that update. Certainly a wide-ranging story there as the IEC holds those by-elections, in fact, across several wards, including that particular Ward 101.